Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kaitlyn Rain. Welcome. Today's video is going to be a story time on how I found out my son's slightly allergic to bees. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, or Instagram. I'm going to leave them both right here. So let's take a minute, let's add me, and then we can continue on this story. Thank God that he's not severely allergic, because if he's severely allergic, then they have trouble breathing and it could lead to death. It happened last month on the 26th, I want to say it was. That day I was babysitting my nephew. And normally when my kids are in school, I like to keep my phone on me just because I never know. Like, you never know. I don't know what happened. I just put my phone down and I picked up Ryder and we went to the mailbox because I had to check my mail. So we went to the mailbox and we went to go check it, and when we come back, I checked my phone and sure enough, I missed a call. I call back to the school, and as I'm calling back to the school, I get a voicemail and I'm like, oh wait. So I hang up and I listen to the voicemail, and it's from the school nurse. The message, she says, I have
Cam here in the nurse's office and I need you to call me back.
Me as a parent, that freaks me out.
In my head, I'm like, okay, what happened?
Say anything else, she just said, I need you to call me back. So I'm like, okay, what the heck's going on? Call back to the school and I'm calling the nurse's office and no one answers. And I'm like, what the hell? At this point, I'm like low-key panicking, but I have my nephew here, so I'm like,
oh, yeah. I'm like,
trying to be all happy, like, yes.
I'm like, oh, we're calling the school. Yeah.
But I'm low-key panicking. So I'm like, okay, I hang up and I call back again. No answer. And I'm like, why isn't she answering? Why isn't the other nurse? Because there's usually two nurses. And I'm like, why isn't anyone answering? So I leave a voicemail. At this point, I'm like, okay, let me just call the front desk. Maybe they can patch me through and I can talk to somebody. So I call the front desk twice. No one answers. And I'm like,
is anybody working at the school? Like, what's going on?
I'm like, at this point, panicking. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go, Ryder. We gotta go. I get in the car and I'm on my way to the school. Halfway to the school, I get a phone call from the school and I'm like,
hello?
She's like,
I was trying to reach you to let you know that Cam has gotten stung by a bee, and if you can bring him medicine for the pain. He's just not feeling well.
I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. So I'm halfway down there and I get to the school, I get in, and at this point I'm like, okay, like I'm not panicked a lot because I'm like, oh, he got stung by a bee. When I go to the nurse's office, I'm looking at my son, I'm like, he's crying. Like, my baby, he's very like tough when it comes to things. He got stung by a bee once on his back. Nothing happened, like it didn't swell, nothing, like he didn't cry, it was like nothing. This time he got stung on his hand and I could tell he was crying. And I'm like, baby, what happened? And he's like, a black bee stung me. And I'm like, a black bee stung you? And I'm looking at his hand and it's swollen. And she said,
I've been putting ice on it to get the swelling down.
Okay, I'm like, well, I'm gonna have Benadryl, it makes him sleepy, so I'm just gonna take him home. And they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine, because, you know, like, his hand already hurts and it's the hand that he writes with. She goes, no, that's fine, just sign him out here and that's it. So we signed him out the next day, which was a Tuesday, and he was at home and I noticed his hand was getting more swollen. I have some pictures, so I'm gonna pop them up like right here. And at this point, I'm just like, why is his hand like that? It's already been 24 hours, his hand's not going down, the Benadryl's not working. What is going on? And then Wednesday came and I was like, you know what? Let me take him to the pharmacy and see what they say. Maybe it is normal and I'm just like tripping, you know? What freaked me out more was his little palm was turning purple and I was like,
what the hell's going on? I'm at the pharmacy, I'm like, hey, he got stung by a bee, is this normal? Like, should I take him in?
Like, cause I don't know, maybe it's bruising, maybe it's normal, like, I don't know, you know? Very like overprotective when it comes to my kids. So anything, I'm like, do I need to take you to the doctor? Like, do I need to take you in? So we were at the pharmacy and I said, is this normal? And I showed him his hand and he said, you see
the purpleness right there? That's not normal. I would take him in.
And I'm like, okay, because this just started and I'm just, you know, he was like, yeah, because his hand's so swollen, it's losing circulation. After we talked to the pharmacist, I took him straight to the emergency room. When we were there, that's when they told us he's slightly allergic to bees, and they had to give him medicine, which, what is the medicine called? Proline? I don't know. So they had to give him a medicine. Basically it's to help with the swelling. So they gave him medicine. He was on medicine for 3 days, I want to say. They gave it to him there at the hospital, and then I had to go pick some up. So once they gave it to him at the hospital, I kid you not, his hand went down so much. Like, it wasn't all the way, it went down. By the time, and he couldn't even go back to school until after Labor Day, so the 3rd. So he stayed home a whole week. He could not go back to school until like the 3rd of September, and just before he went back to school, his hand was back to normal. Asked him, I said, well, if he gets stung again, will it be the same or will it get worse? And he said, well, we don't know, because this is like the first time this has happened. We just don't know. He goes, next time he gets stung, it could be worse, it could be the same, or he could be immune to it and it just doesn't bother him. Now that he knows that, he's scared of bees. When he goes to his grandma's house and he sees a fly, he thinks it's a bee and he runs. Like, he's scared, and I feel so bad that he has to be like that, afraid that if he gets stung again, it's gonna happen. Okay guys, but this is the end of this video. Basically, I wanted to do this video just to let y'all know exactly where it was for a while. Let me know what y'all want to see, and I hope to have more videos up for you guys. Let me know if you are slightly allergic to bees, or if you know anybody that's slightly allergic, or if you ever been stung, or like nieces or nephews ever been stung and they swelled like that. How long did it take for them to go down? I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Just me and you.